Before we start the video, I'd like to shout out Logo.com for sponsoring this video. They have an awesome site where you can buy a bunch of in-game currency and items, including all your favorite Rocket League items. Also, make sure you use code DILLBOBS to get an easy 6% off your orders. Check out the site, there's a link in the description. But for now, enjoy the video.
Yo, what's going on guys, DILLBOBS here, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel where we've got a bunch of news about Rocket League. After it comes free to play, there's a bunch of updates happening, and I'm going to try and cover them all in this video as quick as we can. So let's get to it. Basically, in this update, they're going to be changing a bunch of things, and one of the key things here is challenges. The rewards that you get from challenges, which are going to be these new sort of crate drop style things, which we're going to talk about. They're pretty cool. And also trade-ins are going to be changing a little bit. So I'll try and sum it up all for you in this video. In all this text right here, basically what they're saying is about the new challenge system. So if you look in this picture, you can see challenges will give you different rewards. Some of the rewards will be XP. Other rewards will be these new drops that you can see here. These sort of dodecahedron kind of shaped little crates. They look like little Pokeballs, I guess, and they will contain an item inside. I'll get more on that later on. With the challenges, though, there's going to be three different types of challenges. There's going to be weekly challenges, season challenges, and event challenges. I'll start with event challenges because they're really easy to explain. So event challenges will basically only happen during events. It's very self-explanatory, and obviously, let's say it's the Haunted Hallows event. The challenges will probably be something about the Haunted Hallows game mode, and you'll get some probably Haunted Hallows themed rewards, or maybe just some normal rewards, and you'll have to complete the challenges within the event. It makes sense. Now, weekly challenges are pretty self-explanatory too. Weekly challenges are essentially just like Rocket Pass challenges, but you'll actually only get 3 weekly challenges per week, and you have to complete the challenges within that week. You can't go back to them after the week's over. Every week they'll refresh, and you have to complete them within that week. Now, if you do own the Rocket Pass Premium, which is about 1,000 credits, well, exactly 1,000 credits, if you own the Rocket Pass Premium, then you'll get 3 additional challenges per week, which kind of you can see on this picture here. The green ones are the ones you get from having Rocket Pass Premium. But they'll still give you the same sort of rewards, and essentially it's just 3 more challenges than everyone else. Now, season challenges are essentially the same sort of thing, however, they refresh every season, which is an entire competitive season if you didn't know. So at the start of a new season, you'll have these different stages of season challenges which will start to unlock throughout the season. So at the very start, you'll have a bunch of challenges unlocked that will take a lot longer than a week, obviously, because they're there for the whole season, and you do have the whole season to complete them. And if you do have the Rocket Pass Premium, then you'll get double the amount of challenges as everyone else. As you can see on this image, you've got the premium challenges and the free challenges. Now, once the season, as the season progresses over time, more challenges will be revealed and unlocked, which is nice. It keeps it fresh, keeps it up to date, and that's basically the whole new challenge system. Now, you probably want to know a bit more about these drops. So basically what these drops are essentially crates, but you can get any item. They're not limited to a specific series, so you could get a Champion 1 series item, you could get a Vindicator crate series item, you could get a Player's Choice series item. You can literally get any item out of these drops. However, they do have rarities. Now, the way the rarity works is pretty cool. So, if the rarities can range from uncommon all the way up to black market, I believe. They might actually stop at exotic, but I know you can definitely get black markets out of them, because the way the rarity works is, depending on what rarity the drop is, you can get any item of that rarity or above from the drop. So, a little example, if I had a very rare drop and I open it, I can get any item that's very rare, import, exotic, or black market. So I can get very rares or above, which means it's good because I won't get rares and I won't get uncommons. Whereas let's say I had an import drop, then I'd be able to get imports, exotics, and black markets, which is really good. So you know that you're not going to get a trash item if you have a good drop, but it's still going to be quite difficult to get a really, really good item. And obviously, the chance of getting the item you kind of want is much lower because it's going to be any item of that rarity in the entire game from any crate series, which is crazy. Like, it's going to be so hard to try and guess what you could possibly get, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be a new sort of level of excitement. And there is one other thing that I don't really like, but you can't actually trade the drops. So you can trade the items in the drops that come out of them, and they do come out as full items, not blueprints, but you can't trade the drops themselves. So if you want to do crate openings on YouTube or drop openings, you'll have to actually work for them and try and gather them a lot. So I guess big drop openings won't really be too possible for the first few months maybe of them coming out. unless we all like try and get multiple accounts and get a bunch of drops that way. I don't really know. So there's a really quick bit here to cover, and then we can talk about trade-ups. So here is the new driver challenges, which are essentially, if you buy Rocket League when it's free to play, you'll obviously start off level 0, and you want to unlock the items that were in the base game. So for example, here we've got the gizmo there, some normal wheels, the flamethrower boost. You just have to complete some simple challenges like playing some trainings or playing online matches or score a goal. You just have to do that and you'll unlock the base game items, which we all have anyway. That's just basically a new little feature they've had just to make it a bit more exciting if you just got the game. Now, another thing here is trade-ups, and they did give a nice little tip at the end of this little sentence right here. But basically, with trade-ups, what's going to be happening is trade-ups will not be series specific anymore. So let's say you have some items from the Nitro series, and you normally at the moment would have to use 5 Nitro series items to get a improved Nitro series item. Yeah, they're scrapping that. Basically, all you have to do is put in 5 items of the same rarity, and you get 1 item out of the entire game that's 1 rarity higher. So what that means is it's going to be a lot harder to get some of the items that we specifically want. For example, the white octane. At the moment, the white octane, it's definitely really hard to get, but you know that you're going to get it if you do a non-crate trade up. So you put in non-crate very rares, 5 of them, you trade them up, and you could get an octane. Whereas now, after this update, you could put in 5 very rares of any item whatsoever, and you could get a white octane. But obviously, the chance of that is going to be extremely low, because you could also get an import of literally any import item in the entire game. So it's going to make things a lot more random, a lot more difficult to get the good stuff, but I suppose it's going to be a lot more exciting when you do get the good stuff. And probably what I'd say right now is just try and trade for a bunch of items that are really cheap, like very rares that are super cheap, because once the update rolls out, you're going to be able to trade up all these very rares or all these really cheap items for some really good items if you get lucky. So just choose some of the items that are in a terrible crate series. For example, fidget spinner wheels. I'd say just start stacking up on them, guys, and then you can trade in the fidget spinner wheels when the update rolls out and get some black markets that are genuinely good and not from that crate series. So you know what, let's try and make some profit out of this. But anyway, guys, hopefully you understood all of that. It was quite difficult to explain. I'll leave a link to the Rocket League news feed here, and if you do have any questions, just drop them in the comments. I'll answer them. If there's something you didn't get out of this video, I'll answer them in the comments for you guys. Hopefully we're going to have a lot of fun here, and we'll see if we can all make profit together from this. I'll maybe drop some videos on some tips on how to make profit for this update. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.